Hey guys, CalTC here with some 200 zoom, which is the highest stake running right now. And hopefully we're going to get some nice deep stacked action. So we actually 3-bet to 12 bigs stack depth. So if I were to 3-bet this hand, it would have been to 12 bigs. Against a tighter player, who we've got marked as green. Don't know. Just pure openness, even though it mixes. I like a half pot stab here with my range. On a 1 I will. This hand will also do a bit of checking back. If the ball was a bit more disconnected, I'd be going 3/4 or check. But I think when it's disconnected, I like half pot. Going to mix on the left, betting this time. This hand does fine. Kind of in any line, you can check call, you can bet, you can probably check raise. Yeah, check raise is probably fine. Barrel sometimes. 49. I think I will. Barreling pretty polar here on the turn, so using a pretty large size and very easy fold. And pure call on the right. Just going to be calling the left. And pure checking right. Stabbing for very large size here. I'd play pot or check as my stabs. Good size for my opponent. And obviously an easy fold. It's a very nice turn. For some reason my HUD isn't coming up. Let me see if I can fix that. I think I do just want to bet. I'm going to use kind of an expo sizing. We're meant to stab pretty damn big here, I think, but I'm just going to exploitatively stab this size against recreational with the specific hand. I think I will just overbet. I can see arguments for a bunch of different sizes here. Very nice to get the call. He had 9s, wow. Definitely going to take a note. Cold folding very rarely here with 9s. I think this guy might be a recreational, given he limped a small blind, so I'm going to open this hand. We will find some occasional checkbacks here. Actually, I don't think we're probably ever meant to check back ace queen. Really annoying I can't see my HUD stats and close my poker. Reopen it. Sorry about this. There we go. This is going to 3-bet a little bit. Calling this time. I think this pure calls, and then we start to 3-bet some 10-6 and 10-5 suited, 10-4 suited. But it wouldn't shock me if this does do a little bit of 3-betting free. And gonna peel versus a quarter. Unhappy peel. Don't mind block, I don't mind check. On a 42 I'll block. I'm just gonna fold on the left. Pool's not actually huge, so I am going to add a third table here. Just so we get a bit more action. Yeah, for some reason my HUD's not coming up, but that's fine, we'll just continue without it. Again, against recreational, I'm going to open very wide from the small blind. I'm just going to stab this flop for a quarter. Probably just check for the turn. He goes exceptionally small. Checking range on the left. I think I am actually going to call this. I think he, against a quarter, probably floats enough garbage and also has some king 10 jack turn. But I don't see it making a ton of money. Obviously it works out there. Yeah, he's just floating king high, then actually deciding to bet it. This feels... maybe I can laugh. Not sure if we're ever allowed to bluff this. I think our size is 1/3. Now I'm deciding between 1/3 and 2/3 on the river here with queen 9. Queen 10 I think is definitely strong enough for 2/3. Queen 8 feels like 1/3, and this is like the hand that's right in the middle. I'm just going to go for a 1/3 bet. I think any better hand just wants to go bigger here. Checking range on the left. Interesting with base check raise. I would love to have some HUD stats on this guy. In theory, we're obviously meant to defend sometimes. I think against unknown, I just will go with GTO. I'm going to defend this 25%. And our range wants to do a lot of checking here. I will bet this hand sometimes though. And if we were 100 bigs, I'd be using pot check this deep. I'm going to size down to just 2/3. I should have rolled this. This can check as well. Doing a little bit of raising, also some calling. Calling this time. And I think we're just going to keep barreling our Jack 10. And who has more jacks? Probably him. Gonna go for the check call. Don't mind blocking either. And here we are just going to put him in. Seven, 8 is good. Did we win the helmet lines? Yes, we did. Okay. Yeah, I think pretty natural triple there with the Jack 10. Rolling 3-bet on the top right. I think this guy's definitely fun. Gonna exploit flat 7s here. I don't think we should really do any flatting versus 3.5, like in a perfect theoretical world, but against a weaker player when we're a little deeper as well. Don't mind it. Would have defended those 7s some of the time, but roll quite passive. This is nice. Wonder if I probably am, like ranges are so tight here, I probably am, and this is so large that I probably meant to do some flatting and then otherwise clicking. I'm gonna go for the click. I'm not even making this 2x, making this less than 2x here. My bluffs would be like ace queen offsuit, and that's very nice. I don't really want to open 6-5 suited when the big blind only has 40 bigs. Just doesn't play that well. And that stack depth. This hand, okay, against a 3x, this hand is 3-bet or fold. Against this size, I think we're 3-bet or call. And we're going to go with the 3-bet this time. And I would imagine we have to do quite a lot of checking actually on this flop. We have a backdoor straight draw and no showdown. I can see this kind of being just a trashy c-bet some of the time. Ace-4, gonna call this time. We now have a gut shot and no showdown. Seems pretty reasonable to bet some of the time. Gonna check on the number I rolled. If I had a different suit, I might stab this sometimes with the spade. I'm just gonna check. And against pot, just gonna click fold. I think we just have to bluff this one. Have plenty of pocket pairs with a club. Some like king queen with a club as well. We're giving up like our king highs and probably even some queen jack highs, but when we get down to 10 high, I think we're just pure firing. This mostly folds, but we actually roll open. Gonna 3-bet some here with the 9-7, and we do roll it. Against two unknowns, I'm going to open slightly wider. This seems like a pretty reasonable hand to be c-betting. Again, against recreational, I think I just prefer betting this. Not really worrying about balance. I just think bet's going to be higher EV here, so I'm going to do it. Not worrying about balance. On a 64, I think we flat this. So that is what I will do. I think our hand can do all three. And against squeeze, we just fold. And going to pure call the 7-8. It's actually a really nice spot for us this deep with this kind of hand. This is a perfect hand to have at this kind of stacked up. And quite an interesting flop. Don't mind the idea of throwing in occasional raises here, but I think very much mostly gonna call. But this deep, our sets do have like quite some incentive to raise. Nice turn. I think this deep, we want to prioritize our hands that want to get stacks in with our turn size. So I think I actually want to be really polar here. I nearly always get this hand. Ace is going to do a bit of checking back, especially with these suits. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go pretty huge here. And very clear call with aces. With the king of spades, do I ever want to check this back? Not on a 70. I think we very much mostly want to keep betting here. And that's not a great river. Aces, we just click call. Nice hand. I really don't know. Here on the top right, I very much want to go for that. I wish I had more time bank. I'm just going to check. Really not sure. I feel like our range definitely wants to have like some half pots and some jams there. If our hand was to bet, it would definitely go into the half pot checking range here. It's really close, really close. Maybe we can look that one up at the end of the video. Here we are just going to click call. Don't mind the idea of raising our hand, but I think against two recreationals, I think call's just gonna be better. And just gonna keep checking. Probably gonna bluff clubs, although it's pretty likely one of them has a flush draw, so I don't love it. But yeah, I still feel obliged to go for this. I think I'm gonna pot it. Yeah, we like even against two recreationals, I think this hand's just too perfect not to bluff. Unfortunate, never trying to get that hand to fold. On a 68, I think we're folding. Yeah, bluffing into two recreationals is it's not often gonna print you a lot of money. But I think with that hand, it's just like I guess I'd prefer ace jack with the jack of clubs. because this guy can definitely have king jack as played. I think I'm just going to 3-bet this king jack against recreational. And going to range bet for half pot. Which is pretty silver approved. No idea how you try and build an exploit strategy against a recreational on this board. Gonna start off with a check here with jacks, and we're gonna be pure raising against bet. Don't mind. Block over bet here on the turn. When this guy snap calls flop, I'm actually just gonna give up. And we are gonna go for the check raise here with the jacks. And folding here. And I'm just gonna let this go. Yeah, I think on the turn I want to play block over bet here. If you wanted to build like a single size strat, then I think you'd probably want to go 3/4. But I prefer the block over bet on these kind of middling connected boards. This hand is too weak to ever overbet, but it will block some of the time, I think. Okay, the pool has picked up, so I'm going to bring it back down to 2 tables, just because I do struggle with the action when I'm also doing the commentary with 3. Overbet check in theory, and I also like it in practice, even against recreationals. I think against recreational, I prefer just pure checking this hand. And we're going to start betting the turn. Nice river. My experience recreational is very much don't believe you when you check back and then rep the ace hit. So I'm just thinking about how large I want to overbet. I'm going to go 150. I don't mind 200 or even bigger. Going to start off with a half pot bet here. Ace 10, wow. I also don't think they check raise enough of this sort of thing, which is why I wanted to really go huge with the ace 8. And very nice turn here. We are meant to do some checking back. Quite a lot of checking back, actually. But against, yeah, purple tag, I'm just going to keep betting my hand. I think we're just going to make more money this way. Pretty unlikely he has a 7. So we are just going to fire again here. Gonna go quite large. Oops. And he folds. Opening ace king. Yeah, in theory we're meant to check the hand back up. a lot of the time, but just don't think it's good versus recreational. Definitely going to be doing some planning here. Also a bit of four betting. On a 67, we are going to flat. And we are running good today. Unless, of course, he has pocket tens or ace 10 or... And I believe our stab size is large here. Going to very much mostly stab my hand. We want to be very polar when he checks a board that's good for him. It's not like we're betting any hands for protection here. If I have Jack 10, I'm never... I have no incentive to bet 1/3 there to try and protect against like King Queen. I mean, you're not even going to get protection if you third pot bet King Queen there. So yeah, we basically bet our very strong hands and some bluffs, but our overall betting frequency is very low. Going to free bet smaller against a fun player here, specifically with aces. And again, specifically with aces, like with kings, I'll probably bet half, but against that. Gonna find some occasional C bets here, not too many, using half pot. Yeah, with kings there against the fun player, I would go half pot. With specifically aces. I don't mind just going a third, try and keep in some of his weaker holdings. I think just giving up on the left. I think we do want to have some pretty low equity barrels. I'm not going to find this. I don't hate the idea of betting that one on the turn. I want to look that one up as well, actually. Here, I'm just going to fold. Yeah, I'm just going to fold. And here, I will range bet. I tend to find recreationals don't have the free bet bluffs. They should. Ace Queen seems like a pretty nice one to barrel. Gonna do it pretty often here. Nice flop here. Just having one size, which can be 3/4, and we are quite polar here. I think fives we are mostly just betting. Ace Queen. Kind of want to just bet 10%. Gonna do it. Here, I think we want to B250 or check raise. This time I'm going to B250. And against this, I think I'm just going to click fold. Don't think people find many bluffs there. Again, I'm not sure I'd do the bet 10% here against a rec, but against someone tagged as a recreational, I kind of just think it's good. For reasons it would take me too long to explain. I actually think I'm just going to play theory here and bet this hand some of the time, but not always. Really like to see snap call. Yeah, when we see snap call, we're pretty much always good now. And really tempting to actually go raise a fin here for value, but I think I am just going to check. 3 deuce. This guy can get the very fun tag. Seven's no diamond. I think we pure pitch. Very low frequency 3-bet here. On a 23, I think we're just calling. I think the 3-bet's like 10% of the time or less. And I think floating one here. King high, backdoor straight draw. Our opponent could very well be betting range here, in which case we definitely have to call. Gonna be definitely doing some check raising. I think with the king, I just check and really start to bet my queen 9, jack 9 a bunch. I'm trying to think if I just want to use b75 or if I want to split between block over bet here. I think I'm just going to simplify and just use one size. Here I like just min raise. I'm going to go with an over bet. Over bet on the river. Going to be 3-betting on the right. And I'm also going to sit out next big blind. It's been 35 minutes now, so gonna wrap it up and then look at those 2 hands I wanted to look at. Actually, let's just look at the 7-8 hand. And not the ace-5 of spades. Our size is 2/3 check here. Our hand just wants to check, of course. And easy fold. And that'll do it. Ran pretty damn hot that session. Today's been a bit of a sun running day all over. And to finish the bid, let's review that hand, the 8-7 hand. So if I get up the hand history, yeah. And we can plug this one in. Okay, so we are 200 deep. And we're going to go, just going to make this full, I'm just going to take this off screen and make this full screen. So it's cut off open, I believe I'm cut off. Yeah, cut off open, small blind 3-bet. I call jack 7-4. He bets 50, which is the most common size. Good play from him. I was thinking maybe our hand could check raise very occasionally. I was going to do it 10% of the time. Women do it 4% of the time. So yeah, that's whatever. Very much mostly calling. Turn, we get the 8. See him check. And yep, we are meant to either... Yeah, we're just betting big here. 8-7, we are very much mostly betting. I used a size, I think it was like 116% pot, so seems pretty reasonable. We get a call. Oh wait, I think, yeah, I used 116, so I'm just gonna use 125 here. We get a call, and the 9 of clubs river. He checks, and 8-7. We are just meant to check. Okay. Good. We're just jam or fold here. And looks like we need a straight. We jamming any sets here? Oh, jacks can jam. But even pocket 8s, we are just pure check. Okay. That's interesting. I would have thought that we would have had like a half pot range with our sets, and then kind of mixing in some straights to balance that out, and obviously some bluffs, and then like a jam size for straights. But we just have jam. This is slightly inaccurate because we had more left behind. The SPR wasn't 75 here. It was more like yeah, the SPR wasn't 0.75. The SPR was more like 1.3. So I'd have to run a custom sim with 250 big blinds stack depth if I wanted to get that accurately. But yeah, if we just had 75% pot behind, I think, yeah, it's pretty clearly jam or check. So bit annoying reviewing that one and then not getting a result that I think's representative of what our strategy wants. I don't have custom 250 big blind sims, so probably won't be able to look that one up, unfortunately. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, see you guys soon. Cheers and bye.